Well, it was good to get a game in. Obviously, that's the biggest thing right there is to get to play. We didn't have a scrimmage. We didn't have an exhibition game like we normally would. I think the best thing about this is we're going to have a whole lot of breakdowns and things that we need to do better that we're going to see on film, and we'll be able to show the players and hopefully fix them, clean them up. But I thought North Florida played with a lot of confidence. They shot the heck out of the three ball. Again, they beat us off the bounce. I mean, we got to do a better job of guarding so we don't have to help, because when we help, they knock down threes. So our on the ball defense has got to get better. We offensively, we want to try to push and transition and have some early offense. And so at times we did that. I didn't think we shot it particularly well, but I guess the stats say we shot it okay. But again, a lot of things that we need to do better.
All right. Any questions for Coach? Rob McClam?
Coach, how hard is it to set rotations without the scrimmages and preseason games and such? And do you expect that to be something that'll evolve over the next few weeks?
Yeah, it is tough. I'm trying. Obviously, players don't look at practice the same way we do. A player will say, well, Coach, I never got a chance. Well, yeah, you had a chance every day in practice, okay? So that's pretty important to the coaches. But I think the players sometimes just look at it as game situations. So, it's tough to know. And we just got to try to, we hope some players will separate themselves. We've got to develop some depth. We've got, 5 or 6 veterans, but we got some young players. That's the difference. A year ago, we had 3 seniors coming in off the bench that had started at one time or another. And now this year, we're having either freshmen or sophomores come in. And so it's a little bit different situation. So, and again, you just don't know what you're going to get. So that's what we got to find out.
Andrew?
Wes, you talked when we spoke before this season about wanting to get Jada Boyd more minutes and get her more involved this year. She makes her first career start today and finishes with a double-double. What did you see from her?
Yeah, played pretty well. Big thing with her we keep talking about is urgency, especially on the defensive end, not relaxing. And I thought she did a pretty good job of that. She was guarding Bond quite a bit today, and Bond's a great player and, didn't have a real good day. So I got to attribute some of that to Jada Boyd. So that's good to see. I thought she did some good things. Obviously, she hit 2 out of 3 threes, and that's probably where a lot of people would think maybe they could, because of her athleticism, maybe they need to back off a little bit and try to contain her. But if she can keep knocking down threes, that's going to keep people honest. She had a double-double by going and getting 10 rebounds. So I thought she had a great game. It was a good start for her.
Charlie Mickens?
Good afternoon, Wes. How different was it in Reynolds today with no fans and the protocols that you had to do to coach your team and everything?
Yeah. Taking the fans out is just not the same. Not as, we've normally had a great home court advantage with our fans. I think we sold out 3 of our last 4 games last year. The band, the cheerleaders, the dance team. I mean, everybody makes it such a great atmosphere. And so it is. It's disappointing. We hope we can get that vaccine and get back to normal as quick as possible and get that home court advantage back. So we missed our fans and all the other people that support us. And like I said, it's not quite as much fun. Okay, still fun, but not quite as much.
How different was it coaching your team during timeouts with all the protocols and all?
Yeah, you don't think too much about it. Obviously, you're wearing the mask, and I haven't really been one to use stools a whole lot, but now I think we have to do it with this situation. So there's a few differences, but overall, it's still basketball, and you're still kind of locked in on what you're doing, and so you try not to focus too much on the differences from what's normal.
Thank you.
Thank you, Charles.
Justin?
Hey, Coach, just to follow up on kind of the no fans thing, it seemed like it was kind of a slow start from both teams in the first 3 or 4 minutes, and then y'all go on a 10-0 run. I mean, do you think your players just needed a few minutes to kind of, get adjusted to the environment and say, oh, yeah, we're actually playing a game right now?
Well, I'm sure there's a lot of nerves too. First time out, you got Jada Boyd starting for the first time. You got Kayla Jones playing more on the perimeter at the 3 position than the 4. Kaia Crushfield playing a lot of point, which I thought Kaia Crushfield had an unbelievable day offensively as well. And Reina Perez obviously, and then all the freshmen. It's different. So definitely in practice, they're hitting a lot of the shots they missed today. So I hope we got that out of our system and got the nerves and the jitters over with. And hopefully the next time out, we'll be a little bit more normal.
And the freshmen that did play all got at least a couple points on the board, got their first career points in a game. And then the bench exploded every time, one of those freshmen had their first career points. Is that going to give them some confidence heading into the next game so that they don't have those jitters?
That's what you hope. You hope by getting them out there in a game like this that next time they'll be a little more comfortable. But I thought a lot of them did well. And, we're excited about some of those freshmen. But it's a big adjustment from high school to the ACC level. And obviously North Florida is a good program, good mid-major that I think they're going to have a really good year from what I could tell out there. They played really well against us, but we know it's going to get turned up a notch or two when we start getting into Power Fives and ACC games.
Jonas.
Hey, Coach, congratulations on the win today. I wish I could stick to basketball, but your girls before the game, they locked arms and they showed some unity by taking a knee. Obviously, in this fast-moving social media world, there's already been some reaction, not all of it positive. Did you kind of talk to them about the message they were standing and kind of sticking together, and some of the reaction they may receive from that show of unity today?
Yeah, we talked before the game, or I guess maybe this morning when we had shoot around, we talked a little bit. I just think a lot of that stuff is real personal, and I think you have to make decisions yourself. I think the unity video that we played before the national anthem and those sort of things, I think they're great and they bring awareness. And then, like I said, I'm not going to tell somebody, I want them to know what's on my heart and how I feel. But I think everybody has to make the decision, and I'll support them either way. That's what we're here for, is to support our kids and help them as they progress through college and kind of growing up, so to speak. So, again, we didn't really tell them what to do or anything like that. That was what was on their hearts.
Lawrence Davis. Tristan.
You guys finished with 10 steals in the game, and you had 3 from newcomers Reina Perez and Genesis Bryant. What did you notice about their on-ball tenacity and their overall defense as a whole? Did anything surprise you?
Well, first of all, Tristan, we got to get rid of that mask, man. I'm from Dallas, okay? We can't be wearing that stuff, all right? No, I thought our on the ball defense was not good today. That was probably the most disappointing thing. We got beat off the bounce a bunch. So, but I did think Reina and Genesis, I thought both of them did a pretty good job defensively of trying to stay between their man and the rim and keep the ball in front of them. When we see the film, it'll be a little bit clearer probably on who was doing that and who wasn't. But both of them did make plays on the defensive end, and that's good to see, especially, those are point guards. And so you definitely want them to be able to make plays on the ball and keep people in front of them. So, we're excited about both of those players, obviously.
And then you had 12 players score in the game, every single player that checked in. What does that say about the depth of the roster and what that means moving forward?
Yeah, I do. I think we got a lot of people that can score the ball and that can make plays. And, the hard part is going to be without scrimmage, without an exhibition game, trying to come up with a rotation and roles that you're comfortable with. And part of that's on the coaches and part of that's on the players, like I said, to separate themselves and, try to understand that, each of them have different strengths, but unfortunately, they also have different weaknesses. And the better they can shore up those weaknesses, uh, the bigger their role is going to be, and the more they're going to be able to help us as a team.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Alec.
Hey, Coach, I wanted to follow up on Kaia Crushfield. You mentioned her. For her to start in that point guard role and kind of step into that, obviously that's a place where you're losing Ace Koenig, and have the performance she had today and really step up for that. How happy were you to see that from her?
Yeah, real happy. I thought she shot the ball extremely well. I know she's been putting a little extra work in, and it's good to see that pay off. We need Kaia Crushfield to be consistent. She has had some big games for us. She's had some big games in some big games, to go to the Sweet 16 and things like that. She's really stepped up in some of those important games. But now we need her to do that consistently, day in, day out, and be someone that we can count on, that we know is going to get us certain things every game. So it was a great start for her. I'm excited about it, and hopefully something she can build on.
All right, last question from Mitchell.
Hey, Coach. Yeah, congrats on the win. I was just curious, Alyssa Elisa today had 12 points, 4 boards, hit a 3 there in the first quarter, but maybe at times looked a little rusty. It was just sort of what you thought of her play today and, her going forward.
Yeah, she didn't play as well as Elisa can play, just to be quite honest. Like I said, I thought we missed a lot of shots that we normally would make. And so even though our numbers look pretty good, percentages or whatever, but she didn't, I agree. And we knew they were going to give her a lot of attention, but hey, everyone's going to do that. And she's going to have to learn to play through it. And obviously we need to make sure we're hitting shots around her to keep the defense honest. But yeah, Lisa got to slow down a little bit. At times she gets in a hurry, and especially when they're doubling and showing different looks, you got to slow down and read the D and try to burn the help rather than maybe putting your head down and going into the teeth of the D. So not one of her better games, and but we got a long way to go, and still glad I got her on our side.
Sure. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, Coach, thank you very much.